Top 10 players of UCL Matchday 6. Another chaos week from start to finish. I am here to tell you guys the best performing players. And as per usual, I try to keep it to one player per team. So before you start asking why I don't have 7 players from your favorite team, sorry mate. We only put 2 in case of exceptional performances. We'll see if that happens today. It might do, it might not. Let's talk. I'm sure you're thinking, who on earth is my man? Well, don't worry, because in 10th place we have Soren Storks, the VAR official in the Inter v Liverpool game. You're thinking, hold on a minute, why on earth is he there? It's quite straightforward. Without this guy, I would have fell asleep. This game was so bad that it needed his intervention. From the shocking handball decisions to even worse penalty decisions, from a slight grab like this makes guys fly forward like they're in Dragon Ball Z. He, in the VAR room, must have been having the time of his life. You know, like that old show in Anton Deck, when they're like, yeah, give it a pen, give it a pen, give it a pen. And they start laughing with the mic in his ear. That's how Soren Stork was moving to be given some of the decisions he was making. But again, like in that match, I wanted to go for a Liverpool player, but I just couldn't, right? I felt like Griffin Birch was decent. Curtis Jones was alright. But just in general, nobody was good in that game. But I had to go with someone because that was such a big match. So there we are. Kind of similar story, but not quite the same. In 9th, we have O'Reilly of Man City. Of course, I felt as though City going away Bernabeu, they deserve somebody to be in. I just didn't know who, because I was thinking I like Shirky a lot. The little nutmegs, the little lovely feather touches and whatnot, but he wasn't necessarily that, effective, let's say. And then in the back line, they were kind of decent, right? Gvardiol and Diaz done their job. O'Reilly got man of the match in real life, I suppose, like in the actual, the little trophy or whatever, and scored the goal. But in my head, I was like, at the same time, Rodrigo was Madrid's only good player, but he was playing against O'Reilly. So I kind of got stuck. I'll be honest, City fans, let me know what you think. Should it be O'Reilly that gets given it? If you want to go for like Gvardiol or Ruben Diaz or Shirky instead, me, I don't mind. I thought, let me give some love to O'Reilly because he did get the goal and the man of the match. So up into 8th, we have Kenan Yildiz. Again, it is a supreme carry job for Juventus for Kenan Yildiz. Look, he hasn't scored this time, so you might look at the score sheet and think, oh, that can't be true. He basically created everything, bro. Anything good that Juve do goes through him. And he did eventually get the assist for the second goal, the little sweeping, I guess, pass across to officially collect the 3 points. Now, one thing I will say, the reason why you might think, oh, hold on, you're saying he played so well, blah, 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 blah. It's against Paphos. That is why he's relatively low down in this rank, and I hope you guys can understand. There's a bit of Paphos tax in there. Apologies. Up into 7th, we have a player who lost his match. His name is Anar Beykov. Anar Beykov, the Kairat keeper, who genuinely, they lost 1-0, but when I say he looked impenetrable, this guy was making save after save after save. And not those ones where like someone shoots from 30 yards and you just, collect it in your hands or whatever, bro. It was like point blank range every single time. And if he's not saving it, he's banging Judge on the post and the bar and the whole woodwork all together, where somehow, some way, it would just keep on getting, saved and saved and saved and saved. So fair play to him. I don't think he deserved to lose, but unfortunately, that's Champions League. You are going to have to hold that. I have also forgotten to say, of course, if you haven't subbed already, make sure you do. Because speaking of deserved, you man are saying I deserve 100k plaque, I deserve 100k plaque. But I don't see it there. I see 59.6k subscribers, which is fantastic. Road to 100k by the end of the World Cup. The mission, we're getting there. I told you. It's a race. Ronaldo 1,000 goals, me 100k plaque. Let me know how you're going to help me get there. Like the video, spam the comments, do whatever you want. Let's continue. Up into 6th place, we are going to Germany. We're going to give this one to Lennart Karl, who, again, goes from strength to strength. The kid has now scored in 3 consecutive Champions League games. Obviously, he was benched for one of them, like he didn't play. But in his last 3 Champions League games, he has scored 3 goals. And it's another lovely finish, to be fair. A little touch and bang in it. Really good to watch him play. I think he's adding something exciting to a Bayern team who already had fantastic attackers. Now the rotations, they're going to be very, very crazy. So big up to him. Really good goal from himself there. Up into 5th. It's a player that I haven't been able to gas that much this season because it's been a little bit underwhelming. It's Richard Rios of Benfica. Obviously, during the summer, I was there campaigning, get him to United, get him to whatever team needs a centre mid, get him there. Because what I saw with my 2 eyes for Palmeiras, he was really good. But obviously, been slightly underwhelming so far for Benfica. But this time, he arrived. He got a goal, albeit relatively scrappy. He gets the assist as Benfica beat Serie A's league leader. So that's all you can ask for, right? To stamp your authority and say, listen, you know what? It's been a bit of a slow start, but I'm here now. And of course, let's not forget, there was a lot riding on it, because we know Jose Mourinho, bro. He was desperate to defeat Antonio Conte. We saw it from his, post-match press conference or whatever about, end of the story. Going back, 7 years to when he last said that in the whole Mourinho Conte beef. So big up to Richard Rios for that one. Up into the top 4. 4th place, Aubameyang. I now understand why Ligue 1 are giving him that patch on the back of his shirt or whatever with the little gold, stamp saying that he's the assist leader or something like that. Because this guy, not only is he there collecting his 400 career goals, he's now turned into the ultimate provider, putting it on a plate twice for his teammates to bag 2 goals away at USG, which is, again, not an easy ground to go to, right? Away games, especially in Champions League, can be very tough at some of these grounds. And Aubameyang, even at his age, keeps on delivering to the point where he might have to start entering, by the end of December, serious, like, Ballon d'Or top 15 kind of rankings. I can't lie, bro. This kind of consistency is a little bit mad, but big ups to him. Now we get onto the podium for our top 3. In 3rd place, we have a man who was kind of cheats for almost the entire game, except 2 minutes. His name is Jules Koundé. I honestly, if you ask me at halftime, could I see this guy being in not halftime, you get the point. During the game, if you ask me, could this guy, make a top 10 for this week, I'll just start laughing, bro. Even this last month, I'll just start laughing. The last 2, I'll start laughing. But for a defender to score 2 goals in 2 minutes, to turn the game around whilst you're losing, it deserves a podium spot. It does warrant a podium spot. Maybe this is the game that sparks him back into life and he starts performing for Barca again, because it has been a terrible season. Will that happen? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it's enough for a defender scoring 2 to get you onto the podium in 3rd place. Now up into 2nd, collecting the silver medal today, we have CDK, Charles de Ketelaere of Atalanta. This guy, against Chelsea, he was wreaking havoc, guys. Obviously, the first goal, he's the one that collects the assist for the Scamacca bullet header, if you will, to get it 1-1 back on track after Chelsea, of course, took the lead via João Pedro. And then he goes one better and he bangs it in himself. Again, you can put question marks on Cucurella for the defending, or Rob Sanchez not getting down quick enough. Whatever you want to do, I don't really mind. But point being, he gets the assist. Then he gets the winning goal against a Chelsea side who, of course, really, really needed at least a point. Atalanta have snatched it away to retain their top 8 place. I forget exactly where they are on the table, but they are somewhere in that top 8. So, big ups to them. All I can say is Chelsea simply couldn't handle this guy. And another thing Chelsea cannot handle is the fact that first, Madueke is mashing work. They're now seeing Arsenal fans post, edits and memes of him into Ronaldinho. And they're there saying, no, you don't understand. He's always like this. He plays every game like this. At some point, you just got to accept. Maybe with a bit of coaching, Madueke is improving. Because I certainly never saw this kind of level at Chelsea. And he's having, I'd say, more good games than bad so far from what I've seen at Arsenal. This time, away Bruges, which, as we've seen this season and any previous seasons, not an easy place to go to at all. Look at how many goals Barca shipped. Look at any other game they've played. For the most part, they are a force to be reckoned with at home. Madueke just slapped it on him. A brace, one of them being a Zubimendi lovely cross. Again, Zubimendi unlucky not to make this list, because I did say I'm going to keep it 1 per team, except for like exceptional performances. I don't think this was like exceptional from Arsenal. It was more like a third gear, go get a professional win and cut, which is fair play to their minute, because doing that with Norgard, a centre-back, getting a professional win away Bruges, fair enough. But on Madueke himself, it is good to see that after all the petitions and whatnot, he didn't let it get to his head. Arsenal fans, shameless to be fair, the same ones that were writing the petitions, no to Madueke, are now the ones making the Ronaldinho edits. But speaking of Ronaldinho, I can't lie, guys, that first goal, the way he just shifted, 2 or 3 man, get off, and then banged it on off the bar, it did slightly remind me of Ronaldinho's first goal for Barcelona back in 2003. For those of us who remember, like this video if you do remember that one. Big up to Madueke, a brace for him. Very, very impressive performance all round as well from Arsenal, from many teams as well. But again, I've tried to keep it to one per team, so let me know any honorable mentions in the comments, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow for the weekend predictions. In a bit, bosh.